I'm Lailanni.
I'm Michelle.
And today we're going to be doing story time. Okay,
You need to say it.
let's start from the top. This one happened today. This one is very recent. They're both
happened today.
stories are very recent, happened today.
So it's gonna be like 2 different videos.
But this first story happened like literally it's like 2 hours ago. Okay, so me and Michelle were in 8th period. We were at school in 8th period, and we have dance comp, so we were choreographing something for for an assignment we have, and like mid like choreographing our things.
Weren't you gonna record your dance?
No, I was like looking at the time or something, or I was gonna look at my dance.
You were gonna do something. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're doing dances, and then we could record our dance so we could remember what we did. And she said she's gonna look at her dance she did on Wednesday. And then that's when you saw it.
So yeah, and I just saw all these like notifications on my phone that were just talking about like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what happened to Mac Miller. Like, and they're over here saying like, rip Mac Miller, and I'm like, I got shook. I was just looking at it and I had to step back. I literally like scooted back and like turned around and like faced the corner, and I was like, and then I turned back around and like I like actually read a couple of them, and then I like scoot back again, and I was like, tell me this isn't real. And I just kept saying that. And Michelle was off doing her own thing. I don't know what she was doing.
I was trying to do my dance.
She was on task.
I can't focus.
She was on task.
I was trying to be.
But our other friend Ruthie noticed that I was just like, I just kept talking to myself. I was like, tell me this isn't real. She was like, what isn't real? And I just kept saying, because I did not want to say the words like, oh, what happened to Mac Miller, because like it was just like I did not want it to be real. So I like went back to my corner, and I was like the tears were coming out of my eyes already, and I didn't even know if it was real or fake, but I was hoping it was fake. And Ruthie was just like, what? And then that's when Michelle was like,
I noticed.
I know, yeah. She was like, wait, what are you guys doing? Yeah. And then so Ruthie, like, she got my phone and like she looked at it and she was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like,
you just kept on saying, tell me this isn't real. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was so confused. and then Ruthie told me, and she said that he died.
Yeah, and people were saying that.
But then there were some comments that were like, oh, it's fake.
Yeah.
And I was telling Ruthie, search it up. And then she searched it up on Twitter, and I was like, search it up on Google.
Yeah, like Twitter. That's why, because all my notifications were from Twitter. So and that's why I was like, okay, is this real? Like, cause Twitter, like on Twitter, people like mess around and stuff. They joke a lot. So that's why Michelle was telling Ruthie to look it up on Google. But Ruthie was on Twitter, just scrolling down Twitter to see if it was real. She's like, all these famous people are like tweeting about it too, so it must be real. And that's when I heard that, I was like, it was like the ball dropped, and I was like, and then that's when my whole breakdown started. Like, I was already crying a little bit, but
okay, she was crying a little, and then this fire alarm went on.
Right when, because I was like, I couldn't breathe, like I was starting to cry more, and then all of a sudden,
right when you started panicking,
the fire alarm went off, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, that's great, like, but like, I was like, I just couldn't, and then so everybody has to like leave the room and go down to the meeting area, and so I had my socks in my hand. I just grabbed my socks in my backpack
She left everything out.
I didn't know where my phone was. Like I wasn't like trying to. I didn't like look to see where my phone was, and I didn't grab my journal. I didn't grab my pencil. I just grabbed my socks and my backpack, and then I went to go put on my shoes, and then I didn't wait for anybody. I just went down because I was like not in the mood,
Yeah.
and I was like actually like sobbing, and like it was just getting worse and worse. And like by the time we got down the stairs,
Everybody started going to like their room number,
yeah,
and my friends asked like, "Oh, is she okay? What's going on?" And then I was telling them, and then we kept on walking, and then I lost Lailanni and Ruthie because Ruthie was like, trying to hug her and stuff.
yeah, she was like trying to comfort me, and like,
She would, like,
really,
push
she
her
was
away.
like trying to smother me to make sure I was okay.
And then Lailanni would just push her away. That was the funny part. That's why
Yeah.
I'm laughing
I
this
kept
whole video.
pushing her away
Because she kept pushing her.
She tried to hug me like 2 or 3 times, and I just kept pushing her away because I couldn't breathe. It was a lot of people around. Everybody was
Yeah.
talking. I was crying. I was like actually like.
And then
Like-
I was telling Ruthie, like, give her some space, and she's over there trying to hug her, and then Lailanni, like, pushing her, and I was like, if I touch Lailanni, she's gonna swing at me. So I just kept on walking, and then they were counting the people to see, like, how many...
Like if everybody was there.
Yeah. Because we had some juniors
Mhm.
that were in assembly,
Mhm.
so they were trying to count, like, how many kids they had. And, who was it? Izzy, I think?
Who was what?
I don't know, because somebody said
It was
Ruthie and Lailanni are over there, and then I turn around and Ruthie and Lailanni are in the middle of the school, like in the middle of the whole like student.
Yeah, literally, like, okay, there's lines, this is the basketball court. There's like people lined up and people coming to line up and people lined up everywhere in all 4 corners. The whole area is surrounded, and there's just like, I'm in this little circle in the middle of everybody. Me and Ruthie are in the middle of everybody, and I'm just there crying, and Ruthie's just there like trying to hug me.
Yeah, it looked like a breakup scene.
Yeah, and I'm just there just like actually sobbing, like crying, like I don't even know how to explain it. Like it was like really bad, and like it was like in the middle of everybody.
And then that's when a teacher grabbed them to like go line up with us.
Yeah, who was that? That was Miss McGraw.
Yeah.
Miss McGraw was just like, okay, she was like, she asked what's wrong and stuff. She was like, you come over here because we need to count you guys. And so we walked over there, but it was so hard for me to walk. Like, I don't even know. I did not want to move. I just wanted to stay in one spot and just cry my eyes out. But we went to where our class was supposed to be, and
And
in the process of walking there, I saw my music teacher, and her
we love
class
her.
was there. We love her. And her class was there, and
okay, in her class, her crush is there. So basically, her crush saw you
saw everything,
cry.
And so my music teacher like came over, and like she like put her hand on my shoulder, and she was just like, "You okay, sweetie?" She was like, but I was not talking to anyone, and I was not I couldn't talk about it, and so she was asking my friend Ruthie, is she okay? And Ruthie was like, I don't know really, but like she explained that,
what happened?
yeah, basically. She explained like the reason why I was crying.
And then at that point, like I was just in the background, cause like
Yeah, Michelle, I did not really even know where Michelle was.
yeah, I was, cause I didn't want to talk to you, cause you were really upset, and I was like, we just need to leave her alone for her to cry. And then this boy, he was like, no need to crowd her, and I was like, first of all, she's my friend.
Yeah.
So like, I was just there in the background, cause I didn't want to touch her or anything, cause she was really upset. And then,
But like other people from that class, the class we were in, they were coming up to me, and
Yeah. They were
Skylar, she was just like, she was really nice. She was like, are you okay? Like, she was like actually like genuinely like wanted to make sure I was okay.
Yeah.
But like I didn't
But
answer
I feel
her.
like the other kids just wanted to know.
They just wanted to be
because
nosy.
they thought she was like having a panic attack because of the fire
alarm.
Yeah.
People actually thought I was having a whole breakdown because
of that.
there was a
Because they
fire
thought it was
alarm.
real.
Yeah.
And then everybody was just being nosy,
She
asking
said,
me.
she said, did you know? She said, when we were walking back up, she was like, I guess she thought that I like pulled the alarm. So and that's why I was crying. So she was like, you can tell me like what happened. She's like, you can tell me. I could keep a secret. Like if she did it, you know, I won't tell anyone that she did it. And I was crying though, so it wasn't funny at the time. But in my head, I was like, why would I pull the fire alarm?
She was in the corner.
I was nowhere near a fire alarm.
Yeah.
But like I guess she thought that I pulled it, and like that's why I was crying.
At first, I thought it was like a fire alarm, and then when we would go out there, they would like shoot us. Yeah.
Really?
Sorry. Yeah.
You go that way.
That would have been even more tragic.
Yeah.
But when that fire alarm, when it kept going off, I kept thinking that like, oh, they want us back out there again. But like I did not want to go back out there again. Y'all good?
Yeah. Basically, and then
I was embarrassed. Like after school and like we had to go back and like the whole school was like leaving and stuff. I was embarrassed to show my face because literally like 30 minutes before that I was crying and like stuff. And it was like
well,
that.
it's fine.
But
That's the story.
that's the thesis.
How she found out that.
Mac Miller passed away. Yeah.
We
Roll
didn't
the
tell the
phone.
sock part. Okay, so she was holding her socks. This is the only thing I told her, and I was like, "Want me to put your socks in your backpack?" I'm not a good friend.
Literally, I was
She
by
was
the locker
standing
room.
crying.
I was trying to get myself together, but I was still. Wait, it wasn't. I wasn't there yet. It was before that. It was when
Miss Hawkins was talking to you.
Yeah, when she was talking to me, I had my socks in my hand still, and Michelle, all of a sudden Michelle just comes from behind me. She's like, "You want me to put those in your backpack?" And I'm like,
She was like, "Yeah." And I didn't want to ask you, "Are you okay?" Because I knew
everybody
you
was
weren't
asking
okay.
me that. Everybody
Like,
kept
if you were
asking.
okay,
Like,
why would I be crying?
Anyways, that's that emotional, sad, not very happy story time. But shouts out to Michelle.
Shout out to Lailanni.
If they use
KK. Bye.